guys, welcome to the Parvana's Journey conversation, and here's what we have to say about the book.
Okay, so can I start?
Yes.
Okay. So if you guys can flip to page 110, I mean not 110, 190. You notice how Parvana, she says, we buried Lila yesterday. I put rocks on her grave, just like I put them around my father's grave so long ago. I feel that I want to emphasize on just like, because you could tell how important Lila was to Parvana. Before, I just thought that Lila was just like something that she thinks of as a sister, and that she cared about, but I never knew that she thought of her as an active family as much as her dad, because she did everything that she did with her dad, with Lila.
I also want to emphasize the word so long ago, because I think it's not that it didn't time didn't really like pass that much. It's just like under 1 year, because this time it wasn't winter, so yeah, it didn't really pass 1 year. But she emphasized the word so long ago because I think of the many events that happened. So yeah.
Yeah, I think it's because a lot happened and she's been through a lot, so it seems like a long time ago. And this sort of has a bit to do with my comment. So, do you think Parvana will look back at all this as a good experience, or do you think she will look back to it as a terrible childhood?
I think she would look back as a really memorable childhood, because before she was just being cared by her parents, but right now, during this journey, she's caring each other. So it really teach her many things.
Yeah, I agree with what Incio has to say about this, because she had this bad experience, of course, but she can obviously learn from it.
I also have a question based on what you said. So, what do you think the importance of Layla was? Because the author wouldn't just put Layla to make her die. So,
I think the point was that maybe they're trying to say that some people, they're clueless and need help, but they take what they have and they're happy about it, because you can sort of see in the book, she's basically happy all the time, even though she barely has anything and she has bugs growing in her face. She's just a really cheerful person.
Yeah. I think the point of Lila was saying that people may come and go as they come to your life, but Parvana, she'll always remember her because she was family to her, and even though they never knew each other for that long, you can tell how important Lila was, and I think a lot of people in Afghanistan has this experience. They meet someone, they become close, but then maybe a few months later, that person passes on.
Yeah, I agree, because of course, everything happened to Parvana was pretty sad. We all have to agree with that. But she met so many friends that helped her through all this, so I think it's very important.
yeah, I think the author's trying to tell the readers that these Afghanistan kids are really hopeful, not really negative. So I think the author's kind of in the Afghanistan side.
Yeah.
I feel the author has really big sympathy for all these kids and what they're going through, and he wants to share out what they're going through to all of us, which, because we've never gone through any of these, and he wants us to know how lucky we are to not be going through.
Yeah. And it's a she.
Yeah.
Oh, she.
So, anyone else?
Me?
Yeah.
So if you go back to page 148, she says we're back on the road. It almost feels like we never left. Maybe Green Valley was just a dream. I should stop dreaming. All my dreams turn into garbage. Here, she shows that she's really negative now. But I kind of noticed that before she said if she dies, she would go to a better place, because also at first she said her dad would go to a good place like heaven. But I could kind of see that she's like a Christian because she knows that she would have a happy life if she dies, but she's not dying. She's not committing like suicide. So I thought she was kind of like a Christian.
I'm not sure about Christian, but I do know that she has hope. What about you, Anna?
I think that like all of this made her a really positive person, and then she's seen that like all these terrible things happen, but eventually it turns out good. So she is determined to find a better life, and she has hope for.
I actually have one thing to share. If you look at page 149, which is like right beside in Seal's thing, at the top part is also like one of the last parts of her letter to Shwazia, and she said, Hassan cries and cries and cries. I felt sad for him at first, and I just hate the noise. I just think that she got annoyed because she is trying to help them survive and also help herself survive through all this, but like she just can't stand for so she feels that Hassan is kind of like stepping into her way of achieving that.
Yeah. I actually have something to say on page 193. Over it says that I'm useless or pretty, and your mother's nice, but deep down they're probably all as crazy as you are. And I felt that Asif was really straightforward with that, but I think because him and Parvana knew a long time, and like also on the bottom it says that you probably hate if I stay. Yes, I would. All right then, I'll stay. Just annoy you. Parvana's smile turned back to her leather. I feel like Parvana just like noticed. Like she's used to having Asif around. She knew what Asif would say, and she's glad that Asif is staying.
Yeah, like they knew each other really well, and they know that he doesn't mean it. He just says it to like kind of bug her, but in reality, they like care about each other and are really close.
I agree with that because if you think about it, even like today, a lot of people do that. Like we hope for the best for each other, but we just don't want to show it.
Yeah, also during this part, I could kind of see that she was more happier when she saw Asif than when she met her mom, because she was just like, oh, it's mom, and then she didn't really react that much, but when like Asif was being nice to her, she was being more like happy.
Wait, I don't exactly agree, because look, it emphasizes every little moment of when she first sees her mom, and then it's really dramatic. So yeah, that was one of my notes. Wait.
And it says Parvana started to cry. She cried and cried and not think she would ever be able to stop.
Yeah, like here, my quote is Parvana reached out her hand and raised the front of the burqa. Her mother's face looked back at her. Parvana started to cry. She cried and did not think she would ever be able to stop. So it's like a really dramatic moment, and it's emotional, and all her whole journey she's been looking for her mom, and finally she found her, and it's like such like a huge moment.
Yeah. I personally, I don't think that you guys would somehow feel the same with me, but I personally think that if pretend we're Parvana and then we lost our mom and then we've been trying to find her this whole way, and then one day we finally found her. I don't think it's dramatic, because that's what we all will do if you think about it.
Yeah, like I'm saying that they really emphasize it. Like, can I also say one more thing on page the last page on page 194. It says that one way or another, I'll get to France and I'll be waiting for you outside the Eiffel Tower. Less than 20 years from now. Until then, I remain your very best friend, Parvana. I felt that, Shazia was never a really big part of this book, but she was a really big part of Parvana. Like she always writes letters to Shazia, but she never actually appeared. But even though it's been like years probably when they see each other, she still says like one way or another they'll see each other again. Like she says that I'm not gonna give up, I'm fighting you. You notice how big of a deal Parvana takes friendship? Well, I mean, Lila, Asif, and Shazia, they all prove how like important friends are to Parvana.
Yeah, I agree. I think this. I love how the author ended the book. It was just like the moment that you can't forget because it's like she goes on another journey, but not to find her mom. This time she's gonna find Shazia, which is very exciting. And I just love how the author ended this book with a letter.
Yeah, and Shanna, you said that this book was about Parvana, but I agree with you because this book wasn't really about finding Layla's mom or yeah. So I agree with you that this was all about Parvana, not about
Parvana's journey and how it relates to a lot of Afghanistan kids.
Yeah. So anyone else to share?
No.
Okay.
I think we're
Thank
done.
you.
Thank
Bye.
you.